This is Emma from Love is Awakened. Poppy is waking up.
Hey.
And it just occurred to me I wanted to share this approach or experiment perhaps with you regarding thoughts and what to do when it feels like the thoughts are just moving at their own accord, when you feel like something is taking over and dictating your mood, your state of being. What we need to recognize is firstly that emotions are generally generated through thought, through belief, just thoughts. Sometimes you may notice your thoughts and sometimes you may not notice your thoughts. They are still going to be what generates your emotions. So if you wake up in the morning and you kind of feel like mind is racing, you're feeling a bit tumultuous or uncomfortable or anxious, whatever it is, you can know that there is something moving within your being that isn't in alignment, right? With your heart, with your highest truth. And this is one of the pieces that I work with people a lot, because this manifests in so many different ways in our lives, right? It can manifest when we're at the edge of an expansion and we're getting scared and we're getting met with different limiting beliefs, or it can be we're moving through an emotional time, something challenging is happening to us, whatever it is, or maybe we're just in a state of living within this back and forth between joy and suffering. Let's be honest, a lot of human beings do. You know, because we don't know how to relate to the world, to ourselves as this body, mind, spirit even. I want to share so let me share an approach with you that you can use whenever you notice yourself either lost in thought, in that spiral of moving thoughts, or in that emotional state where you feel like you may not really know how to bring yourself out of it. And there's a key right there, because it's never really about getting out of anything. This is one of the tendencies of the mind that trips us up because whatever is appearing is appearing. It is the resistance to what is appearing, the thought, the emotion, that really creates the suffering itself. It is the belief that something is wrong here, and it is the thought that it needs to be different, it should be different. And depending on where you're at, you might have some resistance to this. But the very first step in freeing yourself from the cycle of resistance, more than anything else, is the recognition that there is nothing here to be changed. There is nothing here to be different. And how do you get to that acceptance? There's a simple practice or approach that you can take to this. The first step is to allow your body to relax. Relax around the thoughts. Relax around the emotion. Notice if your body is actually expressing that resistance that you are feeling or having or holding against the emotion, against the thought. Because your body might be in this like little tense mode. It's like you're kind of like holding everything, right? You're not really allowing things to flow. So allow the body to become softer, freer. Then recognize that whatever is present, if it's a thought or an emotion, that it doesn't need to be different. You can approach the thought, emotion, with curiosity. Can you position yourself so that you are looking at the thought, emotion, or both with an open state of curiosity? What this allows you to do is to create a little bit of space in between the thought, emotion, and you. It allows you to start to separate that identification that you have with your thoughts, with your emotions, as if they are you. And this is where you create your freedom to see thoughts and emotions clearly. Just look at them. There might be thoughts. You're like, what the actual fuck is happening here? You know? Just because they are close to you doesn't mean that they are you. They appear perhaps closer than an outside object like the sofa or the pillow here. This practice not only allows you to not only relax in the body, but relax in your entire focus. You're allowing the focus to become larger, wider, as if you're no longer zooming in on the thought, the emotion. You can let it expand, open. Notice that the thought, the emotion, and the pillow perception are all happening at the same time. The thought, the emotion, the sensation on your skin is all happening at the same time. Your sight, sound, everything is happening all at once. As you relax intentionally and watch with curiosity, position yourself a little bit differently. It doesn't need to be so serious. And if that seems tricky or confusing, if your mind isn't really able to sort of let go of that idea, then I would say simply relax and open. Open your awareness, open your focus. And that watching of the thought, emotion will sort of naturally begin to appear. You will begin to notice the consciousness that you are. You will begin to consciously notice yourself as the observer of emotion, of thought. And that is an endless, vast ocean of being upon which the sensation, the content of experience, thought, emotion, apparently external objects arise. So what do you do with thought and emotion? You allow them to be. See your tendency, your desire to name them as good and bad, and practice noticing them. If you don't subscribe to the content of your thought, just notice the thought. You don't have to assume it to be true. Recognize it's simply a thought. And the emotion, notice it as sensation. Notice that it is the mind that wants to name the emotion. Anger, sadness, nervousness, whatever it is. Without the name of the emotion. What is there? Perhaps discomfort. What if you stop naming that as discomfort? Simply notice the sensation. The sensation that is amidst a bunch of other sensations. You're not judging the sensation of a tree as bad. It's like, oh no, I'm looking at a tree, oh no. Can you see your emotions with the same neutrality as you watch nature? Just allow it to arise, to be. creating that space, and then recognizing with time that you are the space. Upon which the painting of life paints itself. Open to it. Be brave enough to dive in, to truly see. This is where your liberation lives. Daring to look at that which is uncomfortable. Daring to stay with that which is uncomfortable. Sometimes you might need support and help to sit with that which arises. That's okay. That's okay. If it is liberation that you are looking for, this is what you will need to look at. And true liberation is not an easy journey. It will challenge you. It is a breaking down of identity. It is a death. It is a facing of your fears, of all those things that you have hidden away. You cannot see yourself clearly unless you allow that rubble to arise and be cleared out by the river of consciousness, the river of being. Doesn't mean there won't be some internal screaming as you do so. Let's do this. Thank you. Blessings. Comment, subscribe, share this video, and contact me if you want to work with me, if you have questions, if you are looking for guidance, if you're looking for someone to be with you on the journey of uncovering yourself. All my love.